I know you see somehow the world will change me and be so one. 2018 was a shite year, but we had some interesting motion pictures, so I'm here to talk about my 5 favorite films of 2018. But first, some honorable mentions, motherfucker. This video is sponsored by Letterboxd. Follow me on there, Manny Leota. Cherry emoji. Assassination Nation, that movie was buck wild, and it spoke to our generation, my generation, me. The adults don't need to see that, the kids do. Under the Silver Lake, Andrew Garfield running around Los Angeles, there's a lot of ass and a lot of boobies, and very fucking weird movie. The Favorite was obviously fantastic. Yargos has a weird hand job fetish. Cam, awesome movie on Netflix. You Were Never Really Here, one of my favorites, is in my top 10. Joaquin Phoenix beating the shit out of pedophiles, fucking amazing. Never Going Back, I love Maya Mitchell so much. This movie made me fall in love with her. I would scrape my fucking face over broken glass for 5 miles if it meant I got to catch a scent of her, because Maya Mitchell is the most perfect woman on this planet besides Haley Steinfeld and Scarlett Johansson and Rachel Weisz. And also, if we want to be a little, a little weird, we're going to throw in Emma Stone and Kathy Bates. Widows, this movie was like Heat, but with women. And the cinematography is absolutely incredible. The acting is impeccable. Daniel Kaluuya is such a badass in this movie. And I cannot say much other than fucking rapping. Number 6 on my list is not Annihilation, but it's an honorable mention. I will just say the ending is to die for. One of the fucking best finales for a movie I've ever seen in my entire life. And I watched the video of me being conceived and actually being born into this world in an inflatable tub. And like me coming out of the womb. It was very good and very interesting, but Annihilation is just a tad bit better than my conceivement video. Hereditary, or let's just call this Tony Collette gets snubbed hardcore and makes Manny pissed the fuck off. Okay, number 1, this movie is freaking insane, and not only that, but insanely good. I don't need to tell you that. We all know that. What I need to say is, how is she not nominated for any of these big awards, okay? We get the stupid-ass Oscar bait films, okay? And honestly, it's starting to piss me off because she gives the best performance of 2018. She gives the most riveting and just hardcore punch to your fucking jugular. Ow, that really hurt. I would jump off my roof, nosedive into a piece of dog shit if it meant that she got to get the recognition that she deserves, because Hereditary slapped me so hard in the teeth that I had to get a new dentures. Number 4, this movie is absolutely phenomenal. It is one of the best films of the year. Technically speaking, storytelling, the dialogue, the script, the acting, the music, it's Hot Summer Nights. That's right, baby. One of the best movies, honestly, in the past 20 years. And I'm not even joking. This is better than your fucking There Will Be Bloods. This is better than Inception or Drive, or any of these other bullshit art house movies that we acclaim. Stars Born? No. Hot Summer Nights. Timothée Chalamet sucks a lollipop in this movie, and Micah Monroe takes the lollipop out of his mouth, puts it in hers, suckles on it, and then puts it back in his mouth. All to the tune of Vitamin C. Okay? And if you don't know what Vitamin C is, look up that song. It's a rager from the 70s. Not only that, but this movie has such a baller-ass soundtrack that it amplifies everything. It is a Scorsese, Paul Thomas Anderson ripoff, okay? But guess what? I rip off the government every single day of my life. You think I give 2 shits if Elijah Bunheim does that? No, but what I do give 2 shits about is this disgusting DVD cover, and this movie only has a DVD release. Where the hell is the Blu-ray release? A24? I thought you were good at distributing movies. Fuck you guys. Number 3 is Mid-90s. And we all know Mid-90s because it's that Jonah Hill written and directorial debut, okay? And honestly, I'm getting a little flack for this one because there's been a lot of people freaking out about a particular scene involving an underage boy played amazingly by Sonny Sheshigam. And a lot of people have been saying this is very inappropriate and we need to boycott the movie and veto the movie, and the movie is not good. Just shut the hell up, please, okay? Let me explain something real quick. I was uncomfortable during that scene, and frankly put, that was the entire point of the scene. It's not embracing it or anything, and it's supposed to make you feel like that. So everybody freaking out about it, good job. That's what it was supposed to do. Don't need to say mid-90s is a piece of shit film and it's garbage and it's saying this or that. Just leave the politics at the front door, okay? The 4:3 aspect ratio blew my testicles off of my body and flew into the screen. And Los Angeles has never flourished so smugly on film. There's so much smog and smug, it blows my mind. How just, you know, it really amplifies that 90s look, and it made me cry a bunch of times. It just hit me right in my core. Number 1 and 2, I'm not gonna lie, switched very, very, very recently. But number 2, this movie was directed by a man by the name of Luca Guadagnino, who did one of my favorite films of the last 20 years, Call Me By Your Name. One of the most sultry, beautiful, tame, sensual, tranquil films I've ever seen in my entire life. It made me feel like I was floating on a flower petal on the seas of Georgia. And then Suspiria threw me off that flower petal. I flew 15 feet into an ice pit of hell. I was lit on fire. I was stabbed in my right cornea. My penis was ripped off and fed to the wolves. Suspiria is an absolute mind bender of a film. I saw it 3 times in theaters. Once on Halloween night. I then turned 21 the next day. I saw it the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after. There are shots in this movie that tickle my head to this day. I cannot stop thinking about the soundtrack by Tom York. I cannot stop thinking about Dakota Johnson's utterly mesmerizing performance, up there with Toni Collette with one of the best performances of the year. That's right, I said it. 2 women have some of the best performances of the year. Men, get your shit together. It is incredible what Luca Guadagnino did. And not only that, but I love the original Suspiria so much. It's a color wet dream. Not a lot of colors, but it makes up for it with something audacious and raw. But there's something a little more audacious and raw, okay? First things first, if you don't know about Mandy, rest in peace to the film's composer, Jóhann Jóhannsson. Let's play a little piece of the soundtrack and just chill out. Smoke a joint, let's chill out. Mandy is a mix of all the things I love in a movie. It's very weird, and it's very out there, it's uncompromising in its vision. It shoves itself down your throat and doesn't ask or even, you know, want to ask. It just does it. And Nicolas Cage has been on a roll of stinkers recently, and it's just so nice to see him in such a freaking innovative film. There's things in this movie that I haven't seen done in cinema. And it's hard in 2018 to really put a mark on yourself and be like, this is my voice, this is what I'm here to say, and this is me being myself and being unique in my own voice for a film. And Panos Cosmo Mojito is the man. He is the fucking man. The scenes between Nicolas Cage and Mandy are so beautiful, and the music, and honestly, it's relationship goals. And then shit goes haywire, and the first half is so crazy in the most subtle way, and then the second half is so crazy in the most not subtle way, and it's so in your face, and it's so uncompromising that Mandy blows my fucking brain out, and I lost my spine every single time I watched it. I will never forget seeing this in theaters. It was the best theater experience I had in 2018, and it's up there with Blade Runner 2049 as one of the best movie experiences I've ever had in my entire life. Mandy does everything and then some. It'll slap you in the face and spit in your mouth, and you will be on your knees saying, thank you, again. And that's 2018 in 5 movies and some honorable mentions. If you like that, maybe you should check out my Letterboxd, Manny Leota, cherry emoji. And I love movies so much, I am so excited to see what 2019 has to offer. Thank you for watching. That fucking hurt.